Love is rarely as simple as words alone. Sometimes, the deepest emotions are hidden behind subtle gestures, quiet glances, and the patience that only someone truly invested can show. When a man cares deeply, he doesn't always rush to say "I love you" or confess his feelings outright. Instead, he waits. He waits for the perfect moment, the right setting, and the emotional space where his words will carry the weight of his heart without being rushed or misunderstood. This waiting isn't hesitation born out of fear or uncertainty. It's thoughtfulness, respect, and a desire to ensure that every word he speaks lands with sincerity and impact. Observing a man like this can feel like watching a slow, beautiful dance. Every action, every glance, every small gesture is deliberate, designed to communicate care without overwhelming or pressuring you. He notices your reactions, reads your body language, and gauges your emotions, all in silence. He understands that timing matters just as much as what he wants to say. Speaking too soon could make the moment awkward or dilute the meaning of what he truly feels. Waiting allows him to align his words with your comfort and emotional readiness, creating a connection that feels natural, mutual, and deeply meaningful. This kind of patience is often underestimated. In a world where instant messages, fleeting emotions, and quick confessions dominate, a man who takes his time demonstrates emotional maturity and depth. He prefers actions over words initially, showing care through subtle support, attention, and consistent presence. He mentally prepares himself, choosing the right words and phrases, and considers the perfect setting, a quiet evening, a private space, or a moment when the two of you are genuinely connected. His nervousness may be hidden, but it's real. It's proof that he values this confession and wants it to matter. Understanding these silent signs can help you recognize genuine care and love that is patiently growing, even if it hasn't yet been spoken aloud. A man who waits for the right moment doesn't just want to express his feelings. He wants to make you feel understood, respected, and cherished when he finally does. It's a form of emotional intelligence that speaks volumes, proving that love is not always about urgency, but about depth, patience, and intention. In the following guide, we will explore 15 silent ways a man shows his waiting for the perfect moment to speak. From watching your reactions and reading body language to choosing silence and meaningful actions, these signs reveal his genuine investment in both you and the relationship. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of how thoughtful, patient love manifests quietly, and how to recognize it before words are ever spoken. 1. He observes your reactions carefully. When a man truly cares about expressing his feelings, he often spends a lot of time observing your reactions to everyday interactions. This doesn't mean he's just watching randomly. He's paying attention to subtle cues, your body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and even your small gestures. He wants to understand how you feel about him in the relationship without pushing you into an uncomfortable situation. By observing, he can gauge whether you're open, hesitant, or unaware of his feelings. This careful observation helps him decide the perfect time to express himself so that his words are received positively. It's also his way of respecting your comfort level. He doesn't want to rush things or make you feel pressured. Men who wait for the right moment often notice patterns. When you're relaxed, when you're emotionally open, or when the situation naturally allows for a private and meaningful conversation. Observing reactions is not about control, it's about connection. He wants to speak from a place where you're most likely to understand his feelings, not just as a fleeting confession, but as a heartfelt expression that resonates. This silent attentiveness shows emotional intelligence and patience, signaling that he's willing to wait for the right moment rather than forcing a premature declaration. In short, this observation is a quiet yet powerful sign of his intention and genuine care for your feelings. 2. He chooses his words thoughtfully. Men who wait for the perfect moment understand that timing isn't the only thing that matters. The words themselves are crucial. He doesn't just blurt out his feelings without thinking. Instead, he carefully considers how to express his emotions in a way that is clear, sincere, and impactful. Every sentence is mentally rehearsed, every phrase chosen to convey exactly how he feels without overwhelming or confusing you. Thoughtful words also mean he anticipates your potential responses and adjusts his language accordingly. This is a sign of emotional maturity. He values quality over quantity and knows that a well-chosen word can leave a stronger impression than a rushed confession. By taking his time, he ensures that his message communicates not just attraction but also respect, understanding, and genuine care. Thoughtful wording also shows that he is mindful of your feelings, wants to avoid misunderstandings, and aims to create a memorable, meaningful moment rather than a fleeting one. This approach may seem subtle, but it speaks volumes about his seriousness. It tells you that he is not only emotionally invested but also patient and considerate. In short, the way he chooses his words silently conveys love, care, and respect, demonstrating that he is waiting for the right combination of timing, place, and phrasing to speak from the heart. 3. He watches for the right emotional moment. Timing is more than just choosing a convenient moment. It's about sensing when your emotions are aligned with his intentions. A man who waits for the perfect moment is deeply attuned to your emotional state. He can sense when you're relaxed, happy, or open to vulnerability, and he understands that a declaration of feelings works best when it naturally resonates with your current mood. Rushing into a conversation when emotions are off balance can lead to awkwardness, misunderstanding, or even rejection, not because his feelings aren't genuine, but because the emotional environment isn't right. By watching for the right emotional moment, he ensures that his words are not only heard but also felt deeply. This could mean waiting for a quiet evening when you're sharing a personal moment, noticing when you're feeling particularly connected, or choosing a time when distractions are minimal. This careful timing demonstrates empathy and emotional intelligence. It's not about manipulation. It's about creating a safe, receptive space where his feelings can be communicated naturally and with impact. He wants you to feel the sincerity of his emotions and the depth of his intentions. This silent patience shows respect for both your feelings and the value of the connection you share. Watching for the right emotional moment is a quiet, powerful way to ensure that love is expressed at its most meaningful. 4. He waits to ensure you're comfortable. A man who truly values your feelings will prioritize your comfort above his own desire to express his emotions. Waiting until you feel at ease shows that he respects your boundaries and understands the importance of timing. He observes how you react in different situations, noticing when you seem relaxed, happy, or emotionally open. He avoids forcing a conversation when you're stressed, distracted, or uncomfortable because he knows that vulnerability requires a safe environment. Ensuring your comfort also means he may choose familiar settings, quiet moments, or private spaces where interruptions are minimal. This patience is a sign of emotional intelligence. He's aware that expressing his feelings in the wrong context can lead to misunderstanding or tension. Beyond physical surroundings, he also gauges your emotional readiness. Does the topic feel natural in your current conversation? Are you receptive and relaxed? By waiting for these cues, he ensures that the moment of confession will feel organic, mutual, and meaningful rather than awkward or pressured. This kind of attentiveness is a quiet, powerful indicator of his care for you. It shows that his intention isn't impulsive or selfish. It's measured, considerate, and grounded in respect. In essence, his patience and thoughtfulness create a safe emotional space, signaling that he wants your feelings and comfort to align with his declaration of affection. 5. He hides nervousness until the perfect time. Even the most confident man can feel nervous when expressing deep emotions, and hiding this nervousness is often a way of protecting both himself and you. Men who wait for the perfect moment understand that their anxiety can affect the impact of their words, so they quietly manage their feelings until the situation feels right. This doesn't mean he's being dishonest. Rather, he's choosing to present his best self when your attention, mood, and connection are most aligned. By controlling his nerves, he prevents the confession from feeling rushed or awkward, allowing the words to come out with clarity, sincerity, and confidence. The nervousness is real, but his patience transforms it into thoughtfulness. He may fidget subtly, pause, or rehearse mentally, all while ensuring you feel calm and unaware of his internal struggle. This hidden nervousness is a sign that he cares deeply about how his feelings are received. It's not a flaw. It's proof of emotional investment. Waiting until the moment feels perfect allows him to express love without hesitation, distraction, or pressure, ensuring that the interaction is memorable, meaningful, and heartfelt. 6. He shows affection through small gestures. Actions often speak louder than words, especially for someone waiting to express their feelings verbally. Before confessing, a man may demonstrate his affection through small, thoughtful gestures that communicate care without overt declarations. These gestures can be subtle, holding a door open, remembering the little things you like, sending a message just to check on you, or offering help when you need it. Each action is a quiet reinforcement of his feelings, giving you glimpses of his attention and consideration. Small gestures are his way of building trust, connection, and intimacy gradually. By doing these consistently, he prepares a foundation where words of love will later feel natural and deserved. These moments also allow him to observe how you respond to his attentiveness, helping him gauge the perfect time to speak. What makes these gestures significant is their authenticity. They are not done for recognition but to show genuine care and thoughtfulness. Through these acts, he communicates patience, emotional depth, and sincerity, ensuring that when he finally expresses his feelings verbally, they are supported by a history of consistent, meaningful actions. 7. He prefers actions over words initially. Some men naturally lean on actions to express their feelings before using words. Instead of rushing into a verbal confession, he communicates his care and affection through consistent, meaningful gestures. This can include remembering your favorite things, offering help without being asked, or simply being present during moments when you need support. By prioritizing actions, he allows you to experience his commitment firsthand, building trust and emotional connection before any words are spoken. Actions are a safer, subtler way of showing interest. They are tangible proof of feelings and create a foundation for a future conversation about emotions. Preferring actions also demonstrates patience and thoughtfulness. He understands that words alone may not be enough or may feel premature if spoken too soon. By letting his behavior speak first, he shows reliability, attentiveness, and genuine care. This approach also allows him to observe your reactions, gauge comfort levels, and prepare for the right time to express himself verbally. In essence, choosing actions over words reflects emotional intelligence and maturity. It ensures that when he finally speaks, his words are reinforced by consistent, authentic behavior that you can trust. This silent communication often creates a stronger, more lasting impression than words alone ever could. 8. He monitors your signals before speaking. Before revealing his feelings, a thoughtful man carefully observes your verbal and nonverbal cues. He watches for signals like your tone of voice, body language, and even your facial expressions to understand whether you are receptive to emotional conversations. This isn't about manipulation, it's about timing and empathy. He wants to ensure that his words are received positively and that the moment feels natural for both of you. By monitoring your signals, he can avoid awkward or pressured situations, creating a smoother and more meaningful confession. This attention to detail shows emotional intelligence and consideration. He is patient, analyzing whether you're relaxed, happy, or emotionally open, which helps him determine the optimal moment to speak. These small observations also help him adjust his approach, from the setting and timing to the phrasing of his words. It's a silent form of communication that demonstrates care, attentiveness, and thoughtfulness. This kind of emotional awareness is often overlooked, but it reveals a man's commitment to expressing love respectfully and effectively. Monitoring your signals ensures that when he finally speaks, his feelings are communicated in a way that resonates deeply and authentically. 9. He waits for a private setting. A man who waits for the perfect moment understands that privacy matters when expressing deep emotions. Public settings can create pressure, distractions, or self-consciousness, both for him and for you. Choosing a private environment allows the conversation to unfold naturally and ensures that both parties can focus on the emotions being shared. He may wait for a quiet evening, a secluded spot, or a moment when you are alone and undistracted. This choice demonstrates respect for your feelings and a desire to create a safe, comfortable space for vulnerability. By waiting for privacy, he ensures that his words are not rushed or interrupted and that you can respond freely. It also reflects his understanding that meaningful emotional exchanges require attention, sincerity, and trust. Selecting the right setting is part of his preparation. It's not just what he says, but how and where he says it that matters. This patience and thoughtfulness create an environment where his feelings can be expressed fully and received genuinely, making the moment more impactful and memorable. In short, waiting for a private setting shows care, respect, and emotional awareness, signaling that he values the quality of the interaction as much as the words themselves. 10. He prepares mentally before confessing. Before expressing his feelings, a thoughtful man often spends time preparing mentally for the conversation. He visualizes how he will speak, considers the words that best convey his emotions, and anticipates potential reactions. This mental preparation is not about rehearsing like a script. It's about ensuring clarity, sincerity, and emotional impact. By doing this, he ensures that when he finally speaks, his feelings are communicated thoughtfully, without confusion or hesitation. Mental preparation also allows him to manage his emotions, nervousness, excitement, or fear of rejection, so that his delivery remains calm and composed. This preparation reflects emotional intelligence and maturity, showing that he values both his feelings and yours. He understands that a rushed confession can create misunderstandings or awkwardness, so he takes the time to align his thoughts and emotions before speaking. Preparing mentally also allows him to gauge timing, ensuring that the moment feels natural and comfortable for both parties. This silent readiness demonstrates patience, care, and respect. It shows that he is not acting impulsively but is instead invested in creating a meaningful, memorable, and heartfelt expression of his feelings. Mental preparation is a quiet yet powerful way to ensure that his love is communicated authentically and thoughtfully, maximizing the chances that it is received positively and cherished. 11. He avoids rushing to protect the moment. Patience is one of the strongest indicators of genuine care. A man who waits to confess his feelings understands that rushing the conversation can diminish its impact or create unnecessary pressure. By avoiding haste, he allows the moment to unfold naturally, giving both you and him the time to feel comfortable, emotionally ready, and focused. This deliberate pace shows respect for your feelings and demonstrates that his intentions are sincere rather than impulsive. Waiting also allows him to observe cues, adjust his approach, and ensure that the timing, setting, and mood are aligned for meaningful communication. Avoiding rush ensures that the conversation feels intimate, safe, and impactful. He prioritizes quality over speed, understanding that a carefully chosen moment will leave a lasting impression. This patient approach shows emotional intelligence, highlighting that he values not only his own emotions but yours as well. In essence, taking time before speaking is a way of protecting the integrity of the moment, ensuring that the expression of his feelings is both heartfelt and memorable. His silence and patience signal that he is thinking about the right way to honor both your emotions and his own. 12. He reads your body language closely. Nonverbal communication often speaks louder than words. A man waiting for the right moment pays attention to your body language to understand how you feel about him and the situation. He notices small cues, your posture, eye contact, gestures, facial expressions, and even subtle changes in tone or energy. These signals help him gauge whether you are comfortable, receptive, or emotionally open, which in turn informs when and how he should speak. Reading body language is a sign of empathy and attentiveness. It shows that he cares about your feelings and wants to communicate without creating discomfort. By understanding your nonverbal cues, he can time his confession in a way that feels natural and aligned with your emotional state. This careful observation is not intrusive. It is a way of ensuring that both of you are emotionally ready for a meaningful conversation. A man who reads your body language closely demonstrates patience, thoughtfulness, and emotional intelligence. He wants his words to resonate deeply and be received positively, and understanding your nonverbal responses is a quiet yet powerful tool in achieving that. 13. He waits to speak from the heart. A man who truly values his feelings will wait until he can speak from a place of sincerity and emotional clarity. Speaking from the heart means expressing thoughts and emotions genuinely, without exaggeration, pretense, or fear. He doesn't rush into words just to convey interest or impress. Instead, he ensures that what he says aligns with his true emotions. Waiting allows him to connect deeply with his feelings, reflect on why he cares, and organize his thoughts so that his words carry meaning. This patience shows emotional maturity, as he prioritizes authenticity over speed. By holding back until he can speak from the heart, he ensures that his confession resonates with both you and him, leaving a lasting impression. It also signals respect for your emotions. He wants the interaction to feel honest, intimate, and mutually understood rather than impulsive or awkward. Speaking from the heart requires vulnerability, and by waiting, he creates a safe space for this vulnerability to be shared. This silent preparation demonstrates love, thoughtfulness, and commitment, proving that his feelings are deep, genuine, and worth expressing at the perfect moment. 14. He considers the timing carefully. Timing is everything when it comes to expressing emotions. A man who waits carefully observes when circumstances align to create the most meaningful and comfortable setting for both of you. He doesn't want to catch you off guard when you are stressed, distracted, or emotionally closed off. He may wait for a quiet evening, a relaxed conversation, or a moment where you're naturally open to sharing feelings. Considering timing carefully shows emotional intelligence, as he understands that a confession is not just about what he says but also about when he says it. Proper timing ensures that his words are received with attention, understanding, and appreciation. This patience reflects respect and thoughtfulness, as he prioritizes the quality of the interaction over the urgency of expressing his emotions. By carefully planning the right moment, he increases the chance that his feelings are communicated authentically, deeply, and effectively. This approach shows that he is considerate of both your emotions and the significance of his words, making the eventual confession meaningful and memorable. 15. He chooses silence until the right opportunity. Silence can be powerful, especially when paired with intention. A man who waits understands that speaking too soon can undermine the depth of his emotions or create discomfort. By choosing silence, he allows the emotional environment, timing, and connection to mature naturally. Silence is not avoidance. It's patience, observation, and preparation. During this quiet period, he pays attention to your reactions, builds trust, and reinforces his feelings through subtle actions rather than words. This deliberate silence ensures that when he finally speaks, the moment feels natural, heartfelt, and significant. Choosing silence demonstrates restraint, thoughtfulness, and emotional awareness. It shows that he values the impact of his words and wants to communicate with clarity, respect, and authenticity. In essence, his silence signals intentionality. He waits for the perfect opportunity to express his feelings in a way that is meaningful, memorable, and deeply